And then let's get started with Eden's Promise. By talking to Yelfert. Empty Promise. Yelfert is so engrossed in the slip of paper in his hands that he barely notices your approach. Do try not to startle him. Brilliant, brilliant. So the rumors of your knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. You see, we've just completed our preparations for another expedition into the empty. Miss Ryne and Miss Gaia agree that it's high time you all went to see how things are coming along, though I must say, being at their beck and call night and day does test my patience on occasion. I mean, if it's Gaia, I can completely understand. Well, well, fancy seeing you here. Brilliant. We were just getting ready for another ride on the Sky Slipper. Care to join us? Stoic nod. There was one other thing I should mention before you depart. Now that the situation in Yulmore has settled down somewhat, my associates have made some headway in investigating your past, Miss Gaia. Is that so? I thought that's what you wanted. So did I, but I quite like the way things are now. Digging around in the past might, I don't know, spoil it somehow. Besides, uncovering the truth behind the voice in my head and my strange powers is bound to be more interesting than whatever life it was I had in Yulmore. I understand. We'll find the answers, together, just like we do everything else. Ryne? I don't think you realize what you're saying. Did you make that necklace? How were the coffee biscuits? Oh yeah, we didn't get to see the coffee biscuits. Let's see. How were the coffee biscuits? Also, what necklace is he talking about? I don't see one. Or she. Oh, they were delicious, as always. But I hear they're quite fattening, so we usually just buy one and have half each. Yeah, that sounds like... that reminds me whenever I go to, like, Chipotle, and then like, a girl hears that I ate the whole burrito, they're like, you ate that whole thing? It's like, yeah, I could probably eat two. Anyway. And then you always get another one anyway. Yes, but we break that one in half too, so it's fine. Then we may as well have one each to begin with. Honestly, Ryne, I sometimes wonder if you got biscuits for brains. Though, I must say, my time in the Crystarium has been rather enjoyable. We even had a chance to make a necklace from the ice crystal we found. And in case you're wondering, I haven't been neglecting my training. I wouldn't want my skills to get rusty just because Thancred's not around. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Oriange would also be pleased to hear that you had your head in those fusty old tomes. I've even done a bit of studying myself. After all, it's up to us to take care of the empty now. I'm looking forward to seeing how things have changed since our last visit. Come on, let's head over to the Derrick. For some context, this raid series was released after 5.4, or after 5.3, which is the patch where all of the Scions went back to the first. Meaning that Ryne and Gaia are on their own now, and no more Thancred and Dadcrid and Mommy Oriange to take care of them and chaperone them around. Anyway, let's head on down to the Derrick, and then head on over to the empty. See how things have progressed since we were gone. Anyway, let's talk to Gaia and Ryne, and we'll head on over to the empty. This time, those giant ant things had the good sense to leave us alone on our way here. Seems they've learned their lesson. That's right, Gaia went and exploded one of them in the last part. I don't suppose you fancy taking the helm this time. Leave it to me. Wait, I'll pilot this time. Oh, I didn't realize you knew how. While you were off training, I was practicing with another sky slipper they have at the Crystarium. Really? That's fantastic! Hardly. You've been pulling more than your own weight, and I just wanted to do what I can to contribute more. Man, Gaia's really changed. So you two can sit back, relax, and leave it to me. This Gaia was all, like, super stuck up before, but now she seems like her and Ryne have gotten along very well. Well, Gaia certainly kept that quiet. She's just full of surprises, isn't she? There's no need to look so apprehensive, you know. Let's get going, shall we? I honestly don't know what voice to give Gaia. Because I've only heard her voice. She actually does have a voiced line that we heard, but I don't know how to do that voice. Because I can do like a higher pitched, like, younger girl voice like Ryne. Well, kinda. I think it sounds okay. Hopefully she doesn't crash. Let's see what happens. It's so strange, suddenly seeing you at the controls. Why didn't you tell me you'd been practicing? I thought I'd surprise you, that's all. Consider me surprised. All this time, I thought you were only good for smashing things with your hammer. Bring that up again and you can walk the rest of the way. And they've really become good friends since last time. I'd best behave. I wouldn't want to get stranded in the empty and miss the festival. Festival? Stoic head turn. Ah, I suppose this is the first you've heard of it. We haven't exactly been keeping it a secret, but it's still in the planning stages. You see, the return of the night sky has brought lots of changes, and while everyone is glad, in reality it's also been quite stressful. Having to adapt to the new way of life. Yet with nighttime, that's a big difference. Seeing how hard our elders are working to keep the Crystarium running, youths like myself came up with the idea of hosting an event as a way of expressing our appreciation. Once we return from the empty, I'll be helping as one of the organizers. I'd be happy to help, provided I'm suitably compensated. I'd offer to help, but I think everything is well in hand. I wouldn't be so sure about that, but I tried my best to make it a success. If everything goes well, all we need to do is turn up and enjoy ourselves. How about you, Gaia? Would you like to help with the festival? But what's that? I haven't been listening. My leg is cramping up a bit. Piloting this thing must have made me more tense than I realized. Then let one of us take over. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen now? No, I'll be fine. Well, as long as you're sure, but if you feel like switching places, just say the word. Okay, now why is Gaia... Does she think she's not gonna come back from this or something? No. How can this be? Looks like everything's dying? Yeah, the snow is melting. I think that explains it. Is it depleted? Or what's wrong with it? It's obviously orange. Light. Does this mean there's still too much of it in the empty? I'm no expert, but this might be a result of losing control when you restored the ice elemental. Even though I tried to use darkness to hold back the light spilling forth, it seems it wasn't enough. Then we're right back where we started. This is all my fault. Ryne, please. No, Ryne, you mustn't blame yourself. It's not a good time to have a migraine. You have returned to me. Restore the darkness while you still can. Yeah, I get those too. Usually it's not a voice in my head though. Unless it's saying think, feel, think, or whatever. A familiar voice. An inescapable fate. The promise of salvation at the precipice of ruin. In the remnants of a long past, I would find my truth. No, don't worry, Gaia, just take some leave. I'll fix the headache. It's been so long since Gaia had one of those headaches that I thought the fairy might have disappeared for good. Do you think it's got something to do with Eden? I wonder. Fear of the dark. Gaia appears to be conversing with the voice inside her head. Gaia, you shouldn't acknowledge it. You need to ignore it. It's not real. Restore darkness. What did you say, Gaia? Restore the darkness to the world flooded by light. Isn't that what we need? Ah, that's it. We thought we'd restore balance to the 6 elements, but perhaps they're still too strongly aligned with light. If that's the case, maybe we can set things right by using darkness. By using darkness? Are you serious? But hold on, it might actually work. Gaia, that's a brilliant idea. I wouldn't go that far. I just remembered what I learned during our adventures, that's all. But this does mean you'll need to call on your services again, if that's alright with you. I mean, at this point it's kind of expected. We've come this far together, and we'll see our mission to the end, to Eden's core. Well then, let's head back into Eden. Okay, Ryne, oh, there's a guy. I'll say one thing before we start. If this all goes horribly wrong, don't even think about pinning it on me. Not that it will, of course. Right, Gaia. Right, let's get started. But, were there any primals aligned with yes. I can't seem to recall any. Ryne, I don't think you want to go there. You mean there isn't one? I mean, Zodiark? The Ascient's god's Zodiark may be suitable, but we need something that Brilliant has actually encountered, and preferably defeated. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Well, does it have to be a primal for it to work? If it's just a lot of darkness that we need, perhaps there are other ways to get it. You might be right. What we ultimately need is a state of highly charged darkness. It shouldn't matter what form it takes. Does anything come to mind, Brilliant? Okay, let me see. I mean, there's been plenty of dark things we've faced. And I can't think of a specific example at the moment. Let's see, the Flood of Darkness. I mean, yeah, we've encountered several Void Sent, but then again, the Sky Pirate series. The creatures I unleashed, while under the fairy's control, if we were able to summon one powerful enough, it just might work. The Cloud of Darkness. I can't begin to imagine how powerful it must have been. Well, you know, I'm pretty powerful myself. I'd say we found the perfect candidate. But where to find a suitable place, one where darkness is strong? It wouldn't be easy in a world flooded by light. Well, we've got the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Darkness right here. It seems like a good enough spawn to me. But what about the light-aligned aether that's all around us? That's where you come in. You can suppress the light while I draw out the darkness. By combining our powers, we can make it work wherever we are. Interesting. Combining our powers. Yes, between us, there's nothing we can't achieve. Don't be afraid, Gaia. I'm not afraid, just very concerned that this will all go horribly wrong, which is the same thing, I suppose. Anyway, it's certainly not easy coming up with these plans by ourselves. That's true, but when this is over, we can reward ourselves with all sorts of delicious treats at the festival. Festival? What do you mean? Oh, right. We spoke about it on the way here, remember? I asked if you wanted to take part. I was busy piloting the Sky Slipper, so I probably wasn't paying attention. Oh, well, not to worry. We can talk about that later. Right now we've got a job to do. Well, clearly there's something wrong with her memory. Because she already can't remember her past, but now apparently there's more short-term memory loss? Oh well, we'll find out later. I'll draw out the ambient ether. And I'll shift its alignment to darkness. Oops, that was Gaia, not Ryne. Now, brilliant! Focus your thoughts. So if I, like, picture the primal being a hot person, will they come out like that? Eden's Promise, Umbra, now accessible. Oh, time to queue up for 5 to 10 minutes. I think there's already a bunch of people here. I don't know which one they're queuing for, though. Oh, right. Let's... No, not that one. We are on... Not Savage. Umbra. Yeah, I'll just queue as Dark Knight. Whatever. Let's see how long one queue is. 5 minutes. It shouldn't be too bad. I guess I'll talk to Ryne and Gaia while we wait. I've called forth the real Void Sent before, so everyone tells me anyway. But this is unknown territory for me. With the two of you by my side, though, I'm sure it'll work. This is the first time we've tried this since that disaster with Shiva, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. Even so, I can't afford to waver now. Curious to see what happens with Gaia. Because it'd be nice for Ryne to have a close companion since like Thancred and everyone left. So obviously she's got the people in the Crystarium, but like they're all like comrades more than they are friends. Anyway, let's get started. Eden's Promise, Umbra. You know, I should probably turn off the portraits if I'm going to be streaming. You never know when you're going to get a sus portrait.
I'm drawing out the darkness. Get ready.
She's a bit more British than I remember. Then again, I've only ever really heard her yelling. Like I said, if you imagine them hot, they'll be hot. Not that I'm complaining or anything.
It worked, Gaia. We've done it.
The hot version of the Crystal Tower boss. Oh, jeez. There we go, summon Prey. Need to watch and see if I need to do. Whoops, and I'm not dead. Good. Need to actually watch because I wasn't watching at all. I haven't played much Final Fantasy stuff, much Final Fantasy combat in a while. He's got 3 stacks. Oh no, that's it. Able to execute. Oh right. Paladin has a completely different rotation now. Oops. That's not what I was supposed to do. Okay, now let's raise. Okay, so now what am I supposed to do here? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, well, I'm not dead, so that's good. I assume we're not supposed to run it over something, everyone? Yeah, well, clearly I don't know what I'm doing. I also need to remember to use Blackest Night if I'm about to get hit. Let's stand with everyone else. I'm playing really bad. Particle containment. I probably need to stand in these. I'll take this one then. Oops, used that too late. Oh well. Trying to use the Blackest Night there to soak in. The empty plane is AoE. Alright, this. So, how do I do this? Okay, don't stand in that. It looks like I'm supposed to... Okay, so it's pushing this way. Probably need to walk like this. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oops, I should have summoned Frey. I think I like can't get multiple stacks of something. Oops, it's not staying there. I keep on... It's 5. Darn, it's 5. Oh, I need to move. I'm so used to Control C being... Do we need to move? I should use the Blackest Night there. Oops, too late. I'll look that up eventually. And wait, why do I bother looking it up? As long as we clear the fight, I'll probably never do this again. So that the other tank at least kinda knows what they're doing. But we're done with that mechanic, so... Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Looks like everyone's running as far away as possible from the one... Oh, okay, you gotta break it. Okay. I see. Yeah, stand over here. Yep. Oop. Oh, come on! Well, that's 4 deaths and counting. Oh, that was both tanks. That's not good. Yeah, res the paladin, not me. We're almost LB3. There it is. DPS should probably just go in LB3. Probably just can't stand on one for very long. I don't see any stack ticking up or anything. Or maybe there is and I'm just blind. Anyway, that's hot Dami Mom. I mean, that's boss taken down. That was pretty scuffed. Well, thankfully the other tanks seemed to know what they were doing, so we weren't in any trouble. Except for when he got bopped off that one last time. If I get a command on this, I'm gonna be surprised. Oh, good. I still got a commendation. You people don't understand. Okay, Ryne. So that was what a world flooded by darkness would look like. That all went surprisingly well. Of course, we have Whirlian to thank for slaying that ghastly creature. I'm glad I'm being acknowledged for my very, very big contribution in that fight. You are fantastic, Gaia. Anyone would think you're an old hand at this. You weren't so bad yourself. We make quite a team, don't we? We certainly do. I don't know about you two, but I'm itching to see whether our hard work has paid off. Let's head back. I suspect it's not going to play out as well as they think it will. Well, let's head back and see what happened. The plants are just as lifeless as they were before. Maybe the light's influence is still too strong? That sounds like a void sand sound. What in the world? Rainbow crystal. In fleeting hues and endless warmth, a gentle light washed over me. A glimmer of hope once lost.